Patek Philippe. The name alone sounds like an achievement. But what if I told you that in 2025, there are watches out there that are quietly outsmarting Patek Philippe? Not by throwing money at complications, but by redefining what a watch is in terms of tech, design, and innovation. Yep, you heard that right. 5 pieces that not only match the Swiss powerhouse, but in many cases, do it better and without the years-long waitlist. Stick around, my friends, you won't want to miss this. Number 1, Bremen Terra Nova Jumping Hour. This isn't your typical field watch, and it sure isn't your typical price tag either. While Patek Philippe is known for its timeless yet often predictable complications, this watch flips the script with a jumping hour complication that's both rare and functional, and it does so at an impressively affordable $4,300. Let's be honest here. Patek fans might claim exclusivity, but when was the last time you saw a jumping hour in their lineup? Here's the twist. This timepiece blends cutting-edge mechanics with a classic design that feels both retro and modern, housed in a cushion-shaped 904L stainless steel case. You get a watch that's refined and rugged in the same breath, offering a glance at the future of field watches, but rooted in vintage charm. The gloss black dial has clean apertures for the hour and minute display, making it not just legible, but striking. Inside, the BC 634 jumping hour caliber is a showstopper. This isn't just some movement, this is high torque magic with a 56-hour power reserve and 28,800 vibrations per hour. Meanwhile, Patek still asks you to pay for a perpetual calendar or minute repeater that, while impressive, feels a bit, dated. Bremen goes above and beyond with super luminova and precision, offering something truly unique, something that Patek's legacy just can't keep up with. And let's not forget, at $4,300, you are getting superior engineering, a rare complication, and a look that rivals some of the biggest names in the watch game, while Patek offers up more of the same old, same old. So while Patek's legacy is storied, Bremen's is outsmarting them with innovation and versatility for the modern watch lover who wants something that stands out. Number 2, IWC Engineer Automatic 40, reference number IW328901. This isn't a watch, it's a low-key flex wrapped in steel armor with F1 DNA and an anti-magnetic fortress baked right in. And the best part is that it doesn't need a legacy speech to make you care, just the specs. At $11,700, this piece is delivering things that Patek wouldn't even put on the menu unless you're deep into 6 figures. Let's start off with the design. Built off Gerard Janta's legendary 1970s blueprint, this watch has that iconic industrial integrated bracelet look, but with a sharper, modern execution that feels less museum piece and more wear it to work, flex it on the weekend. 40mm case, 10.7mm thick, pure comfort on the wrist, and still tough enough to laugh at most desk divers. But what really separates it from the old school horology crowd is its 5 days of power reserve. That's 120 hours, running on IWC's in-house caliber 32111. Compare that to most Pateks still clinging to 40 to 48 hour power reserves like it's 2005. This movement isn't just longer lasting, it's smarter, it's anti-magnetic, and it's protected inside a soft iron inner cage. Originally built for engineers working near strong fields. Try finding that kind of real-world utility in a Patek. The hacking seconds add precision, the anti-reflective sapphire keeps visibility crisp from any angle, and the bracelet fit and finish? This watch doesn't just try to out-vintage Patek, it outperforms it in the now. It's subtle, it's smart, and it's got the kind of quiet power that lets the specs do all the talking. Patek might be royalty, but the engineer? That's the engineer building the future. Number 3, Chopard Alpine Eagle 41 XPTT, reference number 2986303001. Now, this is how you do ultra thin without being ultra boring. At just 8.03mm thick, this titanium beast is basically floating on your wrist. And it still delivers a self-winding mechanical movement with serious muscle under the hood. And here's where things get spicy. LUC caliber 96.17S, a movement that's only 3.3mm thick, yet still gives you a 65-hour power reserve, thanks to Chopard's clever twin technology, 2 stacked barrels working in harmony. That's almost double what most Pateks at this size are offering. And yes, this is in-house, hand-finished, and beautifully on display through the see-through sapphire caseback. The material game is next level. Grade 5 titanium from case to bracelet. It's ultralight, super strong, and honestly, feels like a piece of stealth tech. Patek's still putting out dress watches in classic gold and calling it innovation. Meanwhile, Chopar's building wristwear that feels like it was engineered for the future, not a gala. Design-wise, it keeps the Alpine Eagle DNA, but it strips it down to pure mechanical elegance. No date window, no fuss. Just hours and minutes displayed on an open work dial that gives you an unfiltered look at the movement doing its thing. It's like someone combined haute horlogerie with industrial art and somehow made it look effortless. At $26,500, you are stepping into serious collector territory. But unlike a Patek that demands a suit and safe, this one is begging to be worn, flexed, and shown off in the wild. It's not just thin, it's smart, it's sharp, and rebellious in the best way. Patek may whisper tradition, but this one whispers speed, silence, and titanium swagger. And honestly, that's a lot more fun. Number 4. Vacheron Constantin 222, reference number 4200H 222A B934. Here's a hot take. Heritage is cool, but revving it with precision and edge, that's cooler. While Patek leans heavily on its tradition, the 222 doesn't rest on nostalgia, it re-engineers it. This is a 1970s icon reborn with modern muscle, and at $32,000 it is arguably the most stylish comeback in watchmaking today. At just 7.95 millimeters thick, this piece slips under the cuff with surgical grace. But don't mistake it for a quiet classic. That monoblock tonneau case, fluted bezel, and integrated stainless steel bracelet give it a silhouette that hits somewhere between sculpture and stealth mode. It's sporty without shouting, elegant without aging. The 37mm case is a sweet spot. Compact, refined, and totally unbothered by modern size trends. Inside, you're getting an automatic movement with a sapphire caseback so that you can admire every detail of the specially designed rotor. And yes, it's pure horological art. Now, let's talk vibes. Patek has the Calatrava and the Nautilus, sure, but this, the 222, lives in its own lane. It doesn't borrow clout from a decades-long waiting list or overhyped auctions. It commands attention with a design that's authentic, compact, and completely unique. And that Maltese cross at 5 o'clock, that's a signature move. A subtle nod to craftsmanship and symmetry that Patek simply doesn't dare to pull. Paired with the lime green superluminova accents and that sharp matte blue dial, this watch proves that vintage can feel brand new without screaming for it. In short, it's not a time capsule, it's a time machine, built for collectors who appreciate roots but crave relevance. It's not trying to be Patek, it's outclassing it quietly with a smirk. And number 5, the MB&F HM11 Architect. Reference number 11TL-RGC. You thought watches had limits? Think again. This one doesn't even look like a watch. And that's exactly the point. At $230,000, the HM11 isn't trying to compete with Patek Philippe. It's leaving the ballroom and building its own universe next door. This is horology in full-blown sci-fi mode, born from the blueprint of 1960s utopian architecture. 4 radial pods extend from a titanium core like time-telling limbs. One shows the time, another tells you the temperature, a third tracks your 96-hour power reserve. The last one, well, that's how you set the whole thing. And in the middle, a flying tourbillon encased in a sapphire dome, floating like it's defying gravity. And get this, rotate the structure and it winds itself. Yes, the literal act of admiring your watch powers it up. Patek might give you micro rotors and hand-finished bridges, but MB&F gives you movement with meaning. Interactive, poetic, mechanical genius. Crafted from grade 5 titanium with an organic rubber strap and a sleek green aesthetic, the HM11 feels like a concept car from the future, one you can wear. This isn't an accessory, it's a sculpture, a statement, a living machine that's built for wrist-bound storytelling. Patek makes watches that honor the past. MB&F builds watches that dream of what's next. There's no dial signature, no classic dress profile, no round case pretending that it's reinventing tradition. Instead, there's raw imagination, functional art, and complexity that doesn't just sit on the wrist, it interacts with you. The HM11 Architect doesn't outsmart Patek in a quiet, calculated way, it outcreates it. It's not playing the same game, it's playing 5 games at once in 4 dimensions, and it still tells time. So, here's the deal. While Patek Philippe might be the grandfather of traditional watchmaking, these 5 aren't just shaking up the table. They're flipping it over and building something smarter, bolder, and way more fun. If If you've been taught to believe that there's only one path to horological greatness, this list should have thrown that right out the window. Now, if you're into watches that break rules, dodge waitlists, and laugh in the face of snobbery, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because the next list, well, it might just make your Grail watch look a little less holy. Catch you in the next one.